لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم سبحانك لا فهم لنا إلا ما فهمتنا إنك أنت الجواد الكريم قل ربي زدني علما. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا استعينوا بالصبر والصلاة إن الله مع الصابرين. صدق الله مولانا العظيم. So after the very detailed discourse concerning the Qibla and the dissidence of the former peoples, Mushrikeen, Ahl al-Kitab, the Jews of Medina, the dissonance that they had with the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the very fact that their abstinence and their arrogance prevented them from following Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam and subsequently any orders which came from Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam, and among them the change of the Qibla, which we had a detailed discussion about. And so now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that what is our approach and what should be our perspective and our mind and heart set in the face of such adversities or any adversity for that matter. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَاسْتَعِينُوا بِالصَّبْرِ وَالصَّلَاةِ. Oh, you people of Iman, because obviously the people without Iman are not going to be able to apply this treatment. The treatment that will be acceptable and appropriate for the people of Iman. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you people of Iman. Sta'inu bis-sabri was-salat. Seek help in patience and in salat. So patience, from a Shari standpoint, it encompasses three different types. When we say patience, it means habsan nafs ala ma yakra, to get control of yourself, in the face of things which are displeasing to you or that are a challenge to you. So three specific areas are required in Sharia. So patience, number one, in being patient about controlling oneself in terms of the prohibitions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We say in the Arabic, yani as-sabr anil ma'siyah, to observe patience and forbearance against the prohibitions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In other words, not to do what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prohibited. That requires a very high level of patience, because obviously the nafs loves to do the things which it is actually forbidden from. Secondly, patience upon the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be continuously engaged and observe the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as they are, presented to us. Ibadat, muamalat, muasharat, adab, khuluq, character, all of these, orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which there is not a moment of our existence except that there is an order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala which is, turning towards us, which is focused upon us, and we need to be attentive to that. So being patient to consistently observe the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then finally, the common understanding of patience, which everybody realizes or understands, and that is patience in the face of hardships and difficulties, trials and tribulations. So these three types of patience are required. So if we want success in our affairs, and we want to find solutions to our problems, and we want to find doors opening out of the difficulties and calamities that we face, so this is the prescription: observe patience. Patience in abstaining from the prohibitions, patience on enacting the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and in the face of trials and tribulations. Wasta'inu bis-sabri was-salat. Allahu Akbar. And seek help and assistance through the medium of salat. And this was the continuous action of our Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam and his example. إِذَا حَزْبَهُ أَمْرٌ فَزِيَ إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ. If any type of difficulty used to overcome him or he would be faced with, he would فَزِيَ إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ. I mean, he would hasten, rush towards salat. So if we develop this mind and heart set as well, the problem, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the solution. And what is the prescription that our tabib al-a'la, Rabb al-alameen, the highest doctor and the the Lord of the worlds, what does He prescribe for us? Seek help in patience and salat. And salat also, by the way, it is a total manifestation of patience. When you say Allahu Akbar, now all prohibitions are to be, left. And all orders in every aspect of our being is to be implemented inwardly and outwardly. You see. So salat is a wonderful, practicing. It's a wonderful exercise to teach us salat, to teach us sabr, patience. And a question may come up that, well, you know, we have offered salat in the face of many calamities and difficulties, and we didn't find the solution. Well, number one, maybe the solution is not that we think we need is not actually the solution that is required. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. Wallahu ya'lamu wa antum la ta'lamun. Allah knows and you don't know, number one. Number two, also there's a condition that salat should be acceptable. Inna salat tanha anil fahsha'i wal munkar. Also, salat is supposed to keep us from lewd and iniquitous acts. If we find that it's not doing that, then as Abdullah ibn Abbas says, and that's not a real salat. It means that we need to work on that salat and perfect it. Outwardly with the orders of Sharia and following of the ways of Sunnah, and inwardly with that kayfiyat, with that condition, that connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and freeing our minds and our hearts from everything except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So salat is to be learned, not only its movements, but to learn that inner condition. That is probably even the more critical aspect. That is the soul, that is the ruh of the salat. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to acquire that, wonderful quality of patience and acquire that great wealth, of being able to perform a salat which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept, and He will solve our problems in this world and next world therein. وبالله تبارك والتوفيق وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين